Happy hump day, y'all.
Welcome to the That's So Lame podcast. I'm Casey.
And I'm Molly. And it's been a long time since you last heard from us.
Yes, it has. 5 weeks?
I
Four
think so.
weeks?
It was quite the unexpected sabbatical.
Yes. I went on spring break, then you went on spring break, then I went out of town, then you got teeth pulled out of your head.
And my face is just now, I feel like back to normal size. It was really swollen over here and I couldn't talk. And when you were like, are we podcasting? I went, oh, gauze in my mouth. I can't speak.
We'll pick up next week.
And this is that. Next week, here we are.
Yep.
Welcome back. Carol, I really don't feel like I've even caught up with you as a sister in the last 5 weeks very much.
I don't think so. I don't even know if we've talked on the phone one time in a month.
You called me in Florida to see if you could get into the gate code.
Yes.
That's about all. That's really sad. Okay, so let's do a debrief. What has happened in the last month for you?
Well, let's see. The kids had spring break, which was kind of blah. Because the boys were both working. Jaden was on a different schedule than the rest of the kids. And so, yeah, we mostly just hung out here at home and everybody relaxed and slept a lot. And we really didn't do a whole lot of anything. A few things here and there. We went to Top Golf one day and we were going to go down to Hocking Hills and go camping, or go hiking. But it was so cold that week here. It was just freezing. So yeah, we mostly just stayed inside and had a staycation. So then, let's see, the following week was Easter and we had all of the family stuff for that. And then Jared and I left the week after that for Florida for 6 days, which was wonderful. Yeah.
I saw your pictures. It looked really fun.
It was such a good trip. So relaxing. We went with his two brothers and their wives. It was the first time we've ever taken like an adults only trip with them.
Fun. And you're lucky to have good sister and brother-in-laws too. That's nice.
Yes. And Florida was actually pretty cold while we were there too. We spent a lot of time in the hot tub.
Maybe you just bring cold weather wherever you go.
Oh, joy. It was such a pleasure.
Well, for those of you who are not watching this podcast, Carol has got new hair.
Yes, new hair.
Her hair has grown by about 6 inches. Is that about accurate?
Well, it's like technically I have 18-inch extensions in.
Whoa.
But Shelby cut off a little bit of them and then obviously like they're attached high. So I don't know, maybe I would say in some places like probably 8 or 9 inches. So yeah, I just have a whole new set of hair. I've wanted my hair to grow long for so long and it just doesn't grow. And also I think the medicine I'm on like makes it pretty brittle and thin.
Gotcha.
The joys of getting old.
What does your husband think of his new wife?
He was not sure about it at first, but he loves it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have vivid memories of Jared making fun of my stringy long hair, so I'm curious what he would think about your stringy long hair. Yours is not stringy though. Yours looks lovely. You look like a snack, a 40-year-old snack.
I'm 42, babe.
You don't look it though. You definitely don't look 40 either. You look amazing.
Oh, yeah. I do feel like it makes me look younger, which I don't know if that's a great thing or not, but hey, we're going to go with it.
Why would it be a great thing?
Well, we went this weekend to a wedding venue to look out for my son and his girlfriend, and one of the photographers that was there thought that I was the bride and Jaden was the groom.
Ooh, a little incestual. Okay, so
that was funny.
Okay. And then, so what is the fiance? Where did he think she fell into the picture?
Well, she wasn't with us at that particular booth, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
So in his defense, I was the only one standing there, but
okay.
He came up and apologized later. He was like, all the moms are getting younger and all the kids are getting younger.
Our generation, I think, well, maybe not our generation, just our crew of people, I think, had kids very early, very young.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were especially young.
I can't believe that my oldest child is going to be 21 in 2 months.
I can't believe it either. My oldest child will be 16 on Saturday, and I don't know. It feels kind of overwhelming to me. I feel like it's like a gut punch. Like he's about to graduate. He like college is right on the corner. How many more family vacations? I feel like his childhood is flashing before my eyes all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And I don't like it one bit.
Yeah. It gets really fast. And especially once they start driving, it's like, they're just gone.
Yeah. Well, I did have to take this teenage human of mine to the doctor this week. He has strained his bicep tendon and has a rib out of place.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so the gym is like beating him up a little bit. So having to take a bit of a break, which is literally the worst thing in his entire life.
How in the world did he get a rib out of place?
I don't know. She said it's working its way back in, she thinks. But the bicep tendon is just going to take some time to heal. And he is taking good care of it because he realizes that if he actually really hurts his bicep tendon or his bicep, he will be out of the gym for quite a while. So he is definitely taking a big old break from the gym. So there's that. I don't know. I think he just lifts a lot of weights, maybe. And that's it. But yeah, that was fun. Taking him to the doctor, him waking up in like tons of pain in the night. I'm like, oh, what do I do for you? But he was having it kind of in his chest. And I'm like, oh my gosh, chest pain, SOS. So he's all good though.
That's good. Well, other than your oldest child falling apart, what else is going on in your life?
Well, we went on spring break to North Carolina. We did Easter in Charlotte. And spent a few days there. Callan went on spring break with his friends, the bougiest spring break ever, to St. John, and had the time of his life.
That's good.
And we went over to the beach house and did some projects and had some nice relaxing time as well.
Good.
So it was a little cooler there than I had hoped for. Didn't come home as tan as I had hoped for, but it was still relaxing. And yeah, we started baseball. So it's every day. We have baseball every day, basically. And it's taking a lot of time. And the main highway in Grand Rapids is shut down right now for construction. And so we have to drive like 40 minutes instead of like 25 minutes to every one of Callan's games right now. So that's a little bit of a pain in the butt. But it's really fun watching them.
Well, good.
I love baseball season, and Callan pitched a no-hitter this week.
Nice.
Yes. Fun. And by the time this is published, I will be 1 day away from having my husband back home. He's been traveling an absolute ton. And so I've just been in like survival mode. Like asking all the favors. Like if you have kids in sports, you know this, like you have to ask for so much help. Especially when your husband travels. It's like, I'm one person and 3 people need to get somewhere. What are we going to do?
Yeah, that is really tough. Yeah. My husband has never traveled like, on a regular basis. So I have never had to experience that, but still just in general, the work day, the kids are like early release at 2:45. Okay. Well, who picks up the other kids? Who gets them where they need to go?
Yeah, Callan has a lot of 4:30 games that he has to be there at 4.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even get out of school till like 3 o'clock. And we have to drive 40 minutes. I'm like, this doesn't work. And the other kid's not out of school yet. Yeah. So that's where all the favors come in. I'm like, I'll drive your kid if you drive my other one. So yeah.
Well, it's nice that you have that support system.
It is nice. We have quite a good crew here, which is awesome. And our baseball families really overlap. So lots of help there, which is good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got my tooth out last week, and it was a little more traumatic than I expected it to be, but I said, knock me out. Just like, I don't want to know what's happening. I had to get Billy to come with me to drive me home, and I laid in the bed the entire day. I was on pain meds for 3 days. I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
Oh, wow.
But it was kind of like having a wisdom tooth taken out. But
Yeah.
like they told me that the root canal was touching my sinus and it might puncture a hole in my sinus, and then they have to stitch it up on the inside
Oh my gosh.
right before they put me out. I'm like, why would you tell me this? Like, if it helps fix it, I don't need to know this. So yeah, luckily my sinuses are intact, and so is my mouth, and I think the stitch is almost dissolved, so we're good.
Good. That's awesome.
Yes. And I truly think I feel better now that it's out.
Yes, that's what you were saying.
I feel like it's like implant illness.
Yeah. Well,
I
it
don't
could
know.
be, especially if it was infected.
Well, yeah, that's true, because they say that sometimes if infection gets up under there, it can get in like your bloodstream and cause all sorts of inflammation and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely feeling like a happier human, and I have come on this podcast pissed off a lot. And today I'm very happy.
Look at you. You're making progress. You had to have teeth ripped out of your face to do it, but you're making progress.
Not. All I needed to do was take out a tooth. I got my Barbie pink nails yesterday too. I'm like ready
So
for
cute.
warm weather, and it is eluding me. Like, where is it? Do you have any warmth?
We're getting into the 80s this weekend, so
Oh,
yeah, Saturday and Sunday are going to be like 81 and 82. So the pool's getting open tomorrow, which is exciting. It'll take a couple days to get cleaned out, and then we should be ready to swim by the weekend. So I'm looking forward to
that's
that.
exciting.
Yeah.
I'm coming in a couple months.
Yep. You got to come and take a tan with me.
Yes, I will. We were talking about what makes a good backyard, and like talking about people's backyards who we really like love sitting out and hanging out in. And yours was one of them. Like, I love sitting out on your back porch when we come, like the TV and the fire table and the pool. So I was like, we haven't put our TV out on the back porch yet, but we never really sit out there with people. I don't know. Your backyard porch area is very inviting, and I love it.
Well, thank you. I love it too. It's definitely one of my favorite parts of our house.
Yes, it is fantastic. So what's coming up? Are you counting down the days till school's out? I am.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And it's just like right around the corner. Like, I was looking at the calendar today for next week. It seems like everything is just kind of bam, bam, bam over the next few weeks. So Avery gets inducted into NJHS on Tuesday, which is, I'm so proud of her. She set that goal for herself last year and
Nice.
had kind of a rough year, especially the first 3 quarters of last year, keeping her grades up and getting stuff turned in time. And then she made honor roll in the last semester, and then she set this goal for herself. So she's done fantastic this year. So very proud of her. So that we have that next week, and then we start all the graduation stuff, which is just like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to get the invitations delivered today, so I got to get those mailed out. And then really, Evan only has 3 weeks of school left.
Because seniors kind of finish earlier than the other grades,
Yeah,
right?
so he takes finals the second week of May, and then he goes on senior trip. And he comes back a week, and they do kind of they do like a graduation breakfast and rehearsal, and they have some get-togethers that week, and then it'll be the end of the month, and yeah, so I can't believe it. And then Owen is gone. I think we talked about outdoor education the week that Evan's on senior trip, so we'll be missing half of our household that week.
Oh, wow. That'll be weird.
It's very weird. So yeah, then we're kind of like you guys, like in the middle of softball. Avery has, as of last night, she had 7 games in 9 days.
Wow.
So yeah, we're on the second one tonight, and we'll have 5 more between now and next Tuesday. So it's a lot. Then Owen hasn't started baseball yet, and thankfully he doesn't start till the 4th, May 4th. So
Okay.
Avery will pretty much be done by the time Owen starts. So that's really nice that we're not trying to overlap.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like May is always like, I think the busiest month,
Yeah.
May. Between sports and school activities, there's always like end of the year stuff. plus having a graduating child just adds to it even more.
And I don't know about you, but I am completely and totally checked out as a mom and a school lunch maker and a pack your backpacker and everything else by May. I am like, may the force be with you.
I don't feel like I get to that point. I feel like I kind of like turn it up a little bit, honestly, with my meal planning and stuff because I have to, because there's so many things happening and I hate eating out. I just do. I have to cook. So I do a lot of crock pot stuff, which the kids royally hate. They freaking hate a crock pot meal. I'm like, I could cook the same thing in the crock pot than I cook in the pan. It doesn't taste any different. It's just a different cooking method. And they just will turn their nose up if I put it in a crock pot. So that's a struggle. But I am eating no yeast and no gluten right now.
Yes.
That's causing a lot of annoyance in my life.
Yeah. Well, Avery is decided that she's going to cut out dairy. She thinks she's having some stomach issues from dairy. So I'm like, what do I send you for lunch? Like, you know, my kids, they don't eat any leftovers. So
Tragic.
Yeah, I mean, she's a turkey and cheese or a peanut butter and jelly. So now we're down to peanut butter and jelly. I'm like, oh gosh, child.
Well, you can eat peanut butter and jelly every day. That's easy. You can make up a whole bunch of them at the beginning of the week.
There you go. Well, most of the time it's just an Uncrustable. Here you are.
Have you seen the Uncrustable makers on Amazon? You can make them yourself.
I have, but I haven't found one that worked yet.
Oh, I've never tried one.
I like squishing the sandwich down and there's like jelly popping out of the side.
Gotcha.
I think it has to come down to a perfect art, which I don't have the patience for.
Well, I have finally shifted my family over to natural peanut butter. It's been a slow process because no one wants the natural peanut butter.
Really?
But now we're there.
Do you like the organic stuff from Costco, that brand?
That's what we've shifted to instead of Jif.
Okay. Well, my family was eating just like the Kroger brand natural, and so the stuff from Costco is a lot better.
The Costco one is really good, and it's made with Valencia peanuts, which has less mold.
Yeah.
And I really like that one. And it's so much better for cooking, I feel like, when you're making like something with peanut butter in it. Oh, speaking of peanut butter pie. Have you ever had my peanut butter pie?
I have not, but please don't tell Jared about it because he will fly you right here to Ohio to make one for him tomorrow.
I'll do it. I love my peanut butter pie. It's so delicious, and I don't know why I had forgotten about it. And I was trying to make a quick dessert because friends came over this weekend, and I made one, and it's like heaven jumped in your mouth hole. It is so good.
Well, you are going to have to send me that recipe because peanut butter pie is Jared's absolute favorite in the world.
Well, this is so easy. It's not like anything. It's literally cream cheese, powdered sugar, peanut butter, and Cool Whip.
Okay. I can handle
that.
And
it's frozen in a graham cracker crust. And I just ate the filling because graham crackers have yeast in them.
But you're feeling better on your new diet, right?
I am. Yes, I am feeling better. I just I took a food sensitivity test. It said I'm 100% reactive to yeast. I'm like, okay, yeast, bread. No, yeast is in like so much stuff. It's in flavored chips. It's in crackers. It's in cereal. It's in so much.
Interesting.
And so I was like, well, I'll just eat sourdough. But I also tested moderately reactive to wheat. So I'm like, should I try the sourdough? I don't know. I'm just giving it a shot. I'm seeing how it goes. I did eat pizza over the weekend because I'm like, whatever. I'm not like highly allergic. I'll have a piece of pizza. That did not go over well. So Billy's like, is it worth it to call this out? So when you actually do eat something, then you feel like you're dying.
Yeah.
Like not used to it anymore. So I don't know. I feel like it's just trial and error with these old bodies of ours, you know?
Right. Yeah. Well, Tiffany, my sister-in-law, had a shellfish reaction while we were at the beach. And she's never been allergic to shellfish before. And she came home and went to her doctor and was tested. And they're like, yeah, you need to be carrying an EpiPen with you. And from here on out, you're that allergic. And she was like, I could have died.
That's insane. Where did that come from?
No idea. But he said a lot of people in their 40s develop like food allergies that they've never had before. Add that to the list of fun things about being 40.
It's because our food is full of sharts.
I think I sent you the article this week about like there's 5 or 6 states that are trying to ban some of the added chemicals and stuff in food.
Yes.
And then I was on the treadmill the other day and I was watching, whatever was up on the screen up there, and they were talking about like, and most of those chemicals are cancer causing. They're linked back to cancer.
Yeah.
And then this, headlight comes up or highlight comes up like, we don't know why there's such a rise in cancer in young people. We're kind of pushing the panic button on it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, who would have thought?
Who would have thought that putting cancer-causing chemicals in our packaged foods would make the cancer rates increase?
Yeah.
I mean, call me a conspiracy theorist all you want, but I've been screaming about this for quite a while, many years.
It's been a long time. And it's
I don't understand why these companies do it in Europe. These products are banned in Europe, and they can
Right.
still make Cheetos without this crap. They can make Lucky Charms without this crap. Why aren't we? It just comes down to the money. Follow the dollar.
And why is our Food and Drug Administration not doing anything about this? Like, why are we having to have the states come in and say, we're going to ban food because of these chemicals in it that are literally killing our citizens? But the Food and Drug Administration is just zips tight.
Same reason that we had an opioid crisis in the 80s.
Yeah.
Because there's corruption. And if you open the door for me to go on about this podcast will never see the light of day. We'll be shut down and canceled, Carol. This should not be a controversial topic, that there's cancer-causing products in our food. Who would willingly want to give that to their children or put that in their bodies?
Right.
And of course, I don't tell my kids no to everything, but I don't buy a lot of things they want because of the ingredients, and that's the stuff that's readily available to people. And it's sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
It is. And it is hard to like get that balance of, your kids being like happy and not giving them something bad every now and then. So we try and pick our battles over here. But yes, it's like, wouldn't this just be easier if it was all clean and healthy and we didn't have to worry about it?
Yes, exactly.
So frustrating.
Our food follow the European standards. That's a good place to start.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It is interesting, especially now with like looking at all the labels to look for yeast. I'm like, holy crap. It just makes you realize even more how much junk is in everything.
Yeah, for sure.
And we are way too busy of a world to be making our own food, like to that level.
Yeah.
I made gluten-free, yeast-free Cheez-Its, and they tasted delicious. And it took me like an hour to make a mason jar full.
Oh my God.
Well, that was a good snack that took me an hour to make and 2 minutes to eat.
I know. I see all of these people making the sourdough goldfish, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah, that's a lot of work for a little snack of goldfish, especially the way my kids eat them, because that bag is gone.
Right. That is a single serve size bag of goldfish.
Yeah.
They say goldfish are really bad for your kids' teeth too. Have you heard that?
No.
I saw these things to Billy, and he's like, your Instagram feed looks very different than mine. No one's talking about goldfish rotting your teeth out in my feed. His are like boats and baseball stuff, and I'm like rotten food, corrupt government.
Oh, isn't it so nice to just be a man and just not worry about the food they're putting in his body or his kid's body? He's just, out there for himself.
Yeah, doing his own thing. Yes, I think generally speaking, this is sexist, but men live a much more relaxed mental life than women do.
Oh, for sure. Well, just the sheer fact that we have 470 tabs open in our brain all the time.
Right. I know that, I think Billy's job is way more pressure on him. Like, he works in sales, so there's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress.
Yeah.
But he gets to take a break from it.
Yeah.
No. But you know what I've decided? I am a full-on trad wife. Do you follow what?
I saw my first reel on that the other day. It was a trad husband though, and it was so funny.
I've never met a trad husband.
Oh, no.
But I'm a trad wife, and I feel like why is there so much stigma around like people that just like to be home and cook and clean and stuff? You know?
Yeah. I like to clean, but I don't like to cook, so I'm not a trad wife in that.
I just think like you always had different goals than me growing up. You always wanted to be a businesswoman.
Yeah.
You wanted to be a cattle farmer and wear high heels in Montana.
Because cattle farmers do that often.
Yeah, I don't know what you were thinking. I always wanted to be a mom and a wife. That's like all I wanted to be. And I'm like, I don't need like to shatter glass ceilings or like rah women's rights. Like, just let me cook and clean, and take care of my family and make sourdough. Like, I'm happy being a trad wife.
There you go. Whatever makes you happy, girlfriend.
Well, I think that the society makes a lot of people feel like they can't be happy just doing that.
Right.
You know, like you're not good enough just being like, what do you do for a living? I make sourdough. I take care of my family. Like that shouldn't be a career choice, or I guess it's not really, a life choice that is embarrassing.
No. Well, just don't let it embarrass you.
I'm not embarrassed. I just think that there should be more noise around like encouraging other moms to not be embarrassed with it. Because it is like a thing. That's like the first question everyone asks, what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
I meal plan. I meal plan and I fold my kids' laundry real good.
Yeah. Keep the toilets clean, mop the floor.
Mm-hmm. I just got a new vacuum this week, and my golly, my floors are happy, and so am I.
Wait, did you get the Dyson?
Yes, I did.
Isn't it awesome?
It is amazing, and I've been hemming and hawing and thinking about other brands, and I don't want to spend a lot of money on a vacuum, blah, blah, blah. And my zippy little one that I was using for crumbs in the kitchen zippied out. It's done. So I said, Billy, Mother's Day is coming up and I'd really like a vacuum because that's what my wife asked for Mother's Day. And so I got the vacuum and I let it sit in the box in the foyer for like a week thinking, do I really want to spend this money? And I said, yes, you do.
Yes, it is great. Well, if it makes you feel better, I got mine for Christmas. It's like, gosh, it's probably 4 years old now. Okay. But it still runs. And I mean, you know how many floors I have, like wood floors I have in my house. That thing runs multiple times a day. It holds its battery. It still runs. It still sucks everything up. It's wonderful. Wonderful. The best creation to women ever.
Well, we bought that one at the beach house.
Yes.
Years ago.
Yeah.
And every time we're there and I vacuum all that sand out of those jute rugs. Yeah. I'm like, this is an amazing vacuum. And then Whitney said she had one and you had one. So I'm like, I need to do it. So I think I have the big Dyson ball animal thing. Yeah. And that works great too. I've had that for years. And now I've moved that to the basement because it's carpet in the basement. So that's going to be just for downstairs in the basement. And then my zippy little one will be for the hardwood.
Nice. We got mom and dad that one for Christmas too this past year, didn't we?
Oh, that's right. I forget. There are so many joint gifts that we give to our parents that I forget we give them because I just Venmo money. I'm never the purchaser. I'm just the Venmo. It's rather lovely. Speaking of, what are you getting mom for Mother's Day?
I don't know. We usually don't do like Mother's Day like gifts. I usually just get her a flower or something like something she can plant in her yard.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. So she can remember me like every day when she goes outside.
Remember me. Did you ever see that movie, Coco?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
It's really been a long time since I've seen it.
It's fantastic. I haven't watched a ton lately because I'm still watching The Crown. Okay. I have gotten absolutely obsessed with reading, and I've read 7 books in 2024.
Look at you. This is very unusual.
It's very unusual. When I drove home from spring break, I drove the kids home by myself and because Billy was traveling yet again, another trip. And I drove them for like 13 hours and I listened to one book. So one of those 7 is an audiobook I listened to. And the whole trip I listened and I was captivated. It was a great partner on the road trip.
Nice. I'm so proud of you. My reading has been kind of like this year.
Why?
I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
I find myself reading a lot more in the summer when I'm sitting outside, like in the morning or the evening, than in the winter. Like I just don't like to sit in my bed and read. For a long time there, I was reading while I was on the treadmill, but now I've been binge watching This Is Us. Because I never finished that series. Did you finish it?
Yes.
Yeah, I never finished it. I think I got to season 5 and then I don't know why we quit, but now I'm on 6 maybe, which I think is the last one, but those are really long seasons.
Yes.
There's like 18 or 19 episodes in that one.
I told Mom to start that because she just watched something that was very sad. And I was like, oh, you want sad? Watch This Is Us.
No, she just finished This Is Us. And I told her to start Parenthood.
Hold, please. Oh, yes. Okay. Rewind everything I just said. I did not finish This Is Us, the last season.
Yeah.
There must have been a gap in the season because I feel like I was watching it like live on the TV and then I fell off. But Parenthood, yes, that's sad.
Yeah, that is sad. So Mom just started that. They found it on Hulu and they just started that. So we'll have to see how they like it.
Some of the things that our parents watch now shocks me. I'm like, you went from not letting us watch Seventh Heaven to watching like Bridgerton. What has happened to you?
I about fell on the floor and died the other day when Mom said she watched Bridgerton. I was like, what?
I was so embarrassed. I was like, you saw the butt scenes too? Okay. Awkward. Yeah, I feel uncomfortable. I'm trying to convince them to come up for a little visit sometime soon.
They better hurry because they're about to jet off to Thailand for a month.
I know. And I think Shelby and Michael are coming up for Memorial Day, maybe.
Oh, okay.
We have so much baseball. Like, you have to pick a baseball weekend. Just pick one that's local and then you can do your own thing or come with us or whatever. But that'll be like the travel baseball starts in like 3 weeks. So
nice.
That'll be fun. We're going to Milwaukee for a tournament and we're going to go to a Brewers game.
Fun.
Go to Illinois.
Nice.
It's really fun to spend all your vacation savings to stay at Holiday Inn Express with 14 other families. Luckily, I really like Callan's travel team people.
That's good.
That's fun. I know nobody on Cooper's travel team, so we shall see.
Oh. Well, this is reason number 760 that I don't do travel sports.
I mean, you're vacationing with people.
Yeah.
It's entertaining though.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Yep. What else? Anything else? I actually, one pop culture kind of thing I wanted to talk about was about the food bans that we just discussed. So, that was, I had written down. I said, it's about damn time. In a minute, I'm gonna need yeah. I think that last time that we podcasted, this is going to show just how long we've been on a break. We were still discussing Kate Middleton.
Oh yes, we definitely were. Yep.
And that's very sad what she is going through right now.
Yes. I hate that. I hate that for her and obviously for King Charles too, like both living through that at the same time. But
it is sad.
Of course, there's a prime example of someone in Europe that is pretty young and has cancer.
This is true. It's not just our food, I suppose.
Yeah. We're gonna have to come up with another theory.
I'll figure one out and blame everything on it. We're really good at that. Yeah, that's definitely sad. I am about to the part in The Crown where William meets Kate, so I'm excited about that.
Okay. I don't actually think we've gotten to that part yet.
Oh, really? I just passed the part where Princess Diana passed away, and there's so much interesting talk about conspiracy theories. There's so many interesting things in that, and it makes you question a lot. I mean, I already am 100% convinced that she did not die of a simple car crash, but an unassisted car crash.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's sad. But you know what? We're about in Princess Diana season. It's a little bit cool in the morning and it's a little bit warm in the day. So we are biker shorts and oversized sweatshirts, tall socks, and white sneakers. Are
Nice.
you for it?
No.
Why?
I like it. I just don't have any.
Any of those items?
No biker shorts. I do have one pair, but they don't look cute on me.
I have like 14 pair. Would you
Well,
like some?
send some my way, girl.
Joy Lab at Target has cute ones. I like the ribbed ones. They're
Yeah.
not just like look like leggings. I feel like the ribbed ones have just like a little texture, and so they kind of hide all the flaws.
When they're on your rear, does the ribs look wider?
I don't know if I've ever looked at my rear with them on. Okay, do you ever take a picture of your backside in an outfit?
No.
I do that.
I don't like to torture myself.
I like to know, like, sometimes your like back fat is overflowing and it looks all weird, or maybe like your panty line is showing or something. So I do go to the mirror with the phone, like upside down like this, and take
Okay.
a photo of the behind of me to make sure that I'm presentable going out.
I think you
I
should
thought,
post some of those online.
I thought this was a common thing.
I mean, I'll turn around and look in the mirror, but I don't take a picture.
I just feel like a picture shows mo better what's happening in reality. But I don't think I see my rear in the biker shorts because I have a big oversized sweatshirt on.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess it doesn't even matter.
You're
What's your
probably
rear?
safe.
Probably safe. But sometimes those biker shorts get a little too tight. It creates cellulite that is not actually there and it looks terrible. And if you take that picture from behind, you'll see it and be like, need biker shorts. So there's a fine line between fitted and too tight.
Okay. Well, I will have to find that line.
I can send you some links.
Okay. Sounds good.
I also have a lovely pair from Amazon. It came in a set, like a little ribbed bralette and then the biker shorts. And I don't really wear the bralette, but I wear the shorts a lot.
Cute. Cute, cute.
Yeah. What other fashions are you feeling this spring? It's almost warm weather.
I really got into a lot of sundresses last year, and I feel like that's going to just continue into this year. I mean, kind of because of what I do. Like, I have random times that I actually like work outside of the house, so I kind of get dressed in the morning, and it's just easy to throw on some sandals and still look professional in a little sundress. So
I like it.
that is like probably what I'm going to live in this year.
Dresses. I do like a sundress. It feels very trad wife.
Yeah, it does.
Feels like you should have a baby on your hip and some sourdough in your other hand.
There you go. Barefoot, of course.
Barefoot. I live barefoot all summer long.
You are a barefoot person. I am not a barefoot person. I can't stand to feel anything on my feet.
Well, now I don't have any crumbs to walk through because I have a nice new vacuum.
That's true.
I am a slipper girl since we moved to Michigan because my feet get freezing here. So I do wear my slippers a lot in the winter, but come summertime, I'll be back to barefoot.
Okay.
I love to feel like cold tile on my feet.
That's nice.
in the summer.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't actually get too hot here to be able to really care about the cold tile. That's a very Florida girl thing of me.
Yeah.
I mulched for the first time this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because we've always had pine straw living in the South.
Yeah.
And I told Billy that Mom used to make us go like to people's houses and rake their pine straw yards so we could have pine straw to put in our beds. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We used to rake it at like Granny's house and drive bags of pine straw home to Florida. Wild. We got a work ethic from that though.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah, we just got dumped in the driveway, and Billy and Cooper did some too, but we were scooping and dumping 2 days this weekend, and then I have 2 more little tree beds I have to weed and put the mulch out and get it off the driveway.
Okay. Now, have you guys mulched any before now, or you just didn't mulch before now?
We only mulched when we moved in here, like the landscape company mulched everything.
Okay.
And that was only 2 years ago that like we moved in this house like 2.5 years ago, but then the landscaping didn't get done until like this summertime. And so it's
Okay.
only been 2 years of this mulch. So it
Okay.
just needed a little refresher. And that stuff is black and it got my fingernails all gross underneath and it's still a little stained under there.
Oh yeah. And even if you wear gloves, it tends to make its way underneath the gloves.
I know. And I got my nails done yesterday. I'm like, shoot, I should have finished all the mulch before, but hopefully Barbie pink stays Barbie pink.
Yeah, we have to do ours still. We're probably, well, since I'm having the graduation party, I'll probably wait till the first weekend in May to plant flowers and do everything all at once. So it'll all be beautiful by the end of the month. So
Beautiful. I'm coming.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited. We can only stay for, what are we saying? I guess 2 nights. Yeah.
Nice.
But
That's good though. The kids will get to play.
yes, the kids are, I don't know what kids are coming at this point because Lincoln does have a game.
Okay.
We'll have to see, but definitely me and Cooper.
Nice.
Probably Callan, I would assume, because I don't think he has a game that weekend. I don't know. Who knows? Cooper is going to Los Angeles next week.
Fun.
Yeah, Billy has to go for work, and I was like, it's Cooper's 16th birthday. Why don't you just take him with you? Because he doesn't have like too many things he has to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Billy had some points and got him a ticket, and they're going to go to Muscle Beach and to In-N-Out Burger and Malibu, Rodeo Drive, all the things.
That'll be fun. That'll be such a good time for them.
It will be. So now Billy's like, are we setting a precedent to take children on bougie trips for their 16th birthday?
Yeah, why not?
Take the others on a trip with you. It's just a work trip he's going on. So like, not like you're paying thousands of dollars for this trip and you're going for work anyway. So
yeah,
fine. So yes, that'll be fun. I'm a little jealous. I would love to go to California, but I don't want to fly that flight.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah, like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Just floating in the clouds and the chemtrails. I really want to be up there. Anyway. Well, that was a long life recap.
Yeah. 42 minutes of life recap.
Well, there was a lot of life to cover.
And conspiracy theories. Don't forget about those.
I have lived a lot of life and started believing in a lot of conspiracy theories in the last month. Had to be talked about. But we're not going to make this a common thing. It's not going to be 4 weeks, 5 weeks, whatever it was until we come back next time.
No, we are getting back on the horse.
I think we should have another guest. What do you think?
Yeah, we definitely should. Definitely should. I think we need to have Shelby on here.
That will be fun.
Yeah.
Sometimes in our sibling Marco Polo, you and Josh and Whitney just like sit and talk and are calm. Shelby is like flying around the house, spilling almond milk, going crazy. And then yesterday, I think I was on there like literally getting dressed and like throwing clothes over my head. And then I realized that we were on the sibling chat and not the sister chat. And I was like, sorry, Josh. Like Shelby and I are just both very like, and you guys are all calm.
I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know, like your calmness is very soothing. Just y'all just speak in like a normal tone and you just say what you need to say. It's impressive. So Shelby definitely is on my wavelength of crazy.
Yes, you guys are a little wilder, but that's okay. You're the life of the party.
Whoop, whoop.
We would all be boring if it wasn't for you.
That's for darn sure. You know what we should do is 1 week just give the microphones to Billy and Jared and see what they come up with.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
A takeover of sorts. It would probably be too much if we were all 4 on at once. So maybe the 2 of them.
I don't know. It would be fun to do all 4 of us at once, but Billy and Jared both have like that really dry sense of humor.
Yes.
And I don't know if our fans would love it.
What kind of humor do we have? Dumb humor?
I don't know.
Wet humor? I don't know. Yeah, they both are very similar, I think, in their what they find funny.
Yeah.
And I think that both my kids inherited that because last night I'm in bed, literally trying to go to sleep, and Cooper and Callan are in there with me watching the dumbest stuff and just dying laughing, rolling off the bed. And I'm like, this is not funny, like at all. And I am a pretty happy, fun-loving girl, and I don't find the funny.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that they find funny. I guess that's what makes the world go round.
Yeah, for sure.
The difference. All right. Well, let's have Shelby and let's have our husbands. And then, of course, we have to have Josh.
Yeah.
Let's get them on the schedule in our very, very dull and not overcrowded month of May.
Sounds good. We'll do it.
All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us for this random life update episode of the That's So Lame podcast.
We will see you next Wednesday. We won't skip again.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye, y'all.